Welcome back, folks. Patch 1.0.2 has just been released, and Wargaming has added more premiums for you to buy. So money, 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 money. Give me the cash! So for this video, we'll quickly re-review the vehicles that we covered for the hidden vehicles on the test server to see if their stats changed. And we'll talk about the Eagle 7 Pershing prototype as well as the Sherman 5C. But yeah, this vehicle is basically the same as always. It is the Czolg T now renamed to the 50TP prototype. It has the same stats as before, so I thought it was a power creep to the Object 252U. It has the same stats as the second iteration of the test server. So originally Wargaming told us that they were testing a mobility version and a armored version. That's total bullshit. Never happened. Bullcrap. So it's still pretty well armored. Yep, 170 at the front for the hull. Very well sloped. Lower plate is like 220. Somebody told me that. Whatever. From like the Russian inside tank inspector armor viewer thingy-majig. So it's like the Object 252U, but you have smaller weak spots for the cupolas. And this vehicle is accurate. It's a lot more accurate than the Object 252U, faster to aim, better DPM, at the cost of penetration, slightly, about 7mm. Same alpha, better DPM, better gun depression as well, and better traverse. Also, what I found out during the meantime, the downtime between the test server and the live server is, it costs less per shell for the 122 than the Object 252U. So here is the tanks.gg comparison. As you can see, there's a lot of green areas, and that means it's better than the Object 252U. And what's interesting is, it carries 5 more rounds of the 122, so that's better than the 30 standard-ish for the Russians, and it costs less at 880 credits per shot compared to the Object 252U. So this thing makes more money, technically, per damage. That's crazy. And it's better at accuracy, better dispersion, shooting on movement, better traverse, better view range, better everything, mostly. The only downside is it has less module health for the engine, so it's more prone to engine damage, and there's a 20% chance that it catches on fire if shot in the engine deck or engine, whereas the Object 252U is 15%, but that's a small trade-off. It's very small trade-off for better accuracy, better DPM, better credit making, and better mobility. It's nuts. And 10 degrees of gun depression too, don't forget. Jesus. So yeah, 50TP prototype, whatever you want to call this thing, Project 51, yada yada, it's still the same. So yeah, in-game model the same, in-game comparison the same, everything is the same as we previewed it on the test server, so nothing has changed. And they are preparing to roll this vehicle out. Got the name already spiffed up and ready for the Polish heavy tanks. Yep. It costs less per 120mm round, and the Object 252U has less weak spots, well, smaller weak spots. And that doesn't count for the smaller loader hatch. It has large side skirts. I mean, does it have like sloped side armor? I don't know, but alright, moving on. And next up, let's do a quick re-review of the T-34 Shielded. It is basically a T-34 with a bunch of space armor on the turret and on the hull sides, but there's no additional armor for the hull front, like the T-34-85M compared to the T-34-85. So it's not a Sherman Jumbo compared to the Sherman. It's more of a Sherman Improved compared to the Sherman. So whatever-ish, but it has better DPM for the 76mm than the actual counterpart, the regular T-34. So it cranks out about 50% more DPM. And that is pretty good. The downside is accuracy sucks. Yeah, the accuracy is terrible for this vehicle. And the view range is also garbage. 340. So, whereas the Sherman, if you cannot penetrate vehicles, you could go spotting with 370. this thing has 340. So it is frontline vehicle. It is assault / wolf packing medium tank. So you have to be in the front lines, not usually for the scouting roles. You do have some armor, but I doubt it's that good. So yeah, kinda whatever. But there's also another weak spot about this vehicle, and that is it follows the same crew layout as the T-34, but it is a premium. So if you want to train your high tier Russian mediums, you need a better vehicle than this one, because there's no gunner position. You have to skip out on the gunner and train a radio operator. So unless you're playing the A44 or the T-34-85s, like mid-tier Russian mediums, this crew position is actually useless, because high-tier Russian mediums don't have a radio operator. They have commander, gunner, driver, and loader. So yeah, this vehicle is not particularly great for training Russian crews. It's a whatever, like Sherman improved compared to the Sherman. It's a whatever T-34 shielded compared to the T-34. It has DPM, some reliable armor-ish, but I'm not considering it great against stuff like the high explosives or high explosive anti-tanks, because it is likely 5mm of armor, and it's only good against like low calibers like 37s and 50s. So I think it will be penetrated even with high explosive anti-tank, because side armor is only 40 underneath the 5mm of additional armor, so it's give or take. And it's no T-34-85M at tier 5, so meh, whatever. And next, we have the last minute addition of 2 new premiums, well technically 2 new skins for vehicles that were already covered. The first one is the Sherman VC Firefly. Originally, it had the M4A1 Sherman's hull, the regular Sherman at tier 6 for the placeholder model, which I got pissed off of. But now, it has the M4A2 hull, and presumably a new collision model and new stats. Well, technically the stats is a little bit different than the normal Firefly, but it has a new model and new collision models and stuff. I like it. I like Sherman's, and holy crap, this should be the normal tier 6 Firefly, not the A1 model. Oh. The egg shape is not that great looking compared to the rhombus shape. I mean, Lamborghini is a lot more sexier than Ferraris. That's just my personal opinion, but yeah, rhombus shape, a lot more edgier than the circular egg shape of the A1 model, but whatever. But still, it is a pretty nice looking tank, pretty nice, and it's a premium. How many premium British mediums are we getting? Like recently we got the 5-1. There is also the Chimera in testing, which is like another premium tier 8 British medium tank. So we are getting a lot of premium British mediums, like Russians now, practically. But this looks very nice. Very, very nice. American bias. I love Sherman tanks, but holy crap, that looks good. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. I mean, could we get the A2 model or A3 model for the Revalorise for the Super Sherman at tier 8? Not the A1. The A1 looks kind of stupid. Well, whatever. The A2 model has the large hatches or components, area, spaces for the radio operator and the driver. So for the A3 model on the EZ8, on the later version of Sherman tanks, you don't have that many bulges on the hull front. But that's the big difference that you can notice. They covered up the bow machine gun port by bolting additional armor. Okay. Oh, there's no collision model in there, but oh, that looks pretty good. So I like it. I like it. It's a different hull model, different collision model, different stats, and historically significant. So it is one of the Shermans that took out the Tiger 07. Yep. Driven by Michael Whitman. Where the hell's Michael Whitman? There it is. So yeah, it is one of the most significant Sherman Fireflies, and yeah, it is like the Abrams Thunderbolt or like the we didn't get the Tiger 217 driven by Autocarius, right? We didn't get that. Damn it. There's also the Lozas M4A2, as well as the Tiger 131. So those are the historical, like, specific vehicles. This is not a specific tank for Joe Ekins. So he's the gunner, right? Yeah, he's the gunner. But yeah, I do like this model. So here is the comparison, but we already took a look at the stats. It has better gun performance than the regular Sherman Firefly at the cost of engine power. So better accuracy, better DPM, same gun depression and stuff. Yep. Traverse is faster. Wow, that's good. And it has less engine power, so horsepower per ton ratio is not as good, but you're paying for that for the gun performance and better top speed. And it's a premium, so it makes more crew XP and credits. And better radio. Same view range. It's a pretty good premium. I mean, I love the Sherman Firefly. It's basically a sniper tank, so you play this thing as a sniper, but yeah, 170 millimeters of penetration for a tier 6. That's practically a tank destroyer. So, I mean, this is on the tank destroyer line to the FE4005. If you want to play with the mediums first. Now with the Achilles, reversed Achilles thingamajig. So I do like it. I mean, it is a Sherman. I do like it. Looks pretty good. It looks very good. Damn, I love this vehicle. I love this vehicle model. God damn. Looks sexy. And finally, we have another historically specific premium tank. It is the T26E3, the prototype Pershing called the Eagle 7, driven under Bob Early's command, with the serial number 26, used as a pilot for the Pershing in Europe. So it is basically a stock Pershing at tier 7. It has a new model, new looking texture and stuff, but kinda disappointing because it is not that different than the prototype of a Pershing or the stock of a Pershing at tier 8. So unlike the Sherman Firefly with a new hull as the M4A2 hull than the M4A1 hull compared to the normal Sherman Firefly, it is basically a stock Pershing with a skin. So alright, sure. I mean, just do a little bit more, add like additional armor for the plates or sandbags or something. Just make it a little bit more finesse. I don't know, but I can't complain much. I mean, it's already behind the KV-122, so already past that era of stuff, introduction of normal tanks at different tiers, or at the same tier with just different stats, but whatever. So yeah, it does look nice. It's a Pershing. I do like my Pershings as well. It has a cover, or the 50 caliber is covered up. That's new. Alright. I mean, it looks like a flag now, but is that a 50 cal? That's a 50 cal. I mean, it could be an M60, but it looks like a 50 cal. Alright, but yeah, it's a Pershing tank, so can't complain. Now, it's more American-esque than the T20 because the turret armor compared to the T20. Turret is not as strong as the fully upgraded Pershing at tier 8, but could bounce a lot more shells than the T20's turret. So yeah, does have a 90mm, so packs a wallop for a tier 7, but it's a Pershing at tier 7. I'm waiting on the M47 patent. I mean, for Italians? For the Spanish? For anybody else? I mean, M47 patent with the M46, well, currently in the game, M46 turret, but that's the M47's turret with the M46 hull. So technically it's a hybrid, but I'm waiting on the historical exact model of the M47 patent, but whatever. So here is the comparison, but as you can see, it is basically a stock Pershing with better penetration. Slightly better penetration, same gun depression, same traverse for the turret, same hull armor, garbage turret armor. So turret is not as strong, same DPM, weighs less, less engine power, so horsepower per ton ratio is not great. It's like a Panther 2, so it is a sniper slash support-esque of a medium, close range support. Yep. So traverse slightly faster than the actual Pershing, but view range 390. So 390 for a tier 7 is not bad view range. It's actually pretty good, but it has somewhat of a turret armor compared to the T20. Let's see, armor wise, nope. Well, it does have the mantlet. The T20 doesn't have a mantlet. Well, not that great of a mantlet. I don't know. I mean, it's a premium tier 7. Is it worth your time? What the hell are you using a freaking high explosive gun? What the hell? You're using a 90mm. You're not using derp. Alright, with the DPM of the 90mm, how good is it? Yeah, not as good. So, I don't know. Is it worth your time for a premium tier 7 stock version of a Pershing? Well, American mediums are... Well, what's a good... I mean, we have the T25 pilot number 1 at tier 8. Wait. The T25 pilot number 1. The T26E1 or E3, which is the pilot to the Pershing, is lower tiered than the T25 pilot at tier... Okay. We have the Super Pershing, which is the E5, the E4. It's an E4. T26E4. T26E5 is the Jumbo Pershing. That's a heavy tank for some reason. And we have what else is American medium tanks? We have the Sherman Firefly, not the Sherman Firefly, the Sherman Fury. Slip of the tongue, as well as the Thunderbolt. It's been a long day. Well, yeah, Thunderbolt, the Fury, the improved Sherman. Ugh. Oh, there's a lot of premium American mediums as well. Is it worth your time to get a premium tier 7? Well, I don't really use premium tier 7s to grind money. I don't really use tier 6s, but usually use tier 8. But this is like a pseudo tier 8. So, I mean, tier 7 matchmaking is a lot better, technically, than tier 8 matchmaking, hopefully. But, yeah, you don't see Object 268 version number 4. Even though it got nerfed, it's barely a nerf. I mean, it's still freaking crazy. So, I don't know. I mean, if you like Pershings, sure, but surprisingly, the turret armor is only 85. Wow, that's garbage. It does have a mantlet, but at the most, you could expect like 150, 170-ish millimeters. So, if this thing has like 16 or 17 horsepower per ton ratio, yeah, sure, but... Oh, there you go, folks. Well, it does have 5-man crew. Well, actually, yeah, high-tier American mediums don't have 5-man. They have 4-man crew. Alright, that's good. Does the pilot get a 5-man crew, right? Let's see. I'm playing artillery, yada yada yada. But 5-man crew for the Americans. The Pershing has 5-man crew. Yep. For the higher tiers, like 5-man. Yeah, 4-man crew for the M4A4 patent, as well as the T54E1. But you use this thing. You're a pilot as well, compared to the pilots, bunch of pilots. The T26E3 is also a pilot. Alright, but Ram 2 is a good choice, but that's low tier. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the British mediums. It's not like the 5.1. The 5.1 is absolutely insane compared to the normal Centurion. It's a super power creep. Whereas this vehicle is not that power creepy of a tier 7 vehicle. So can Americans get a freaking power creep? Like, can we get the M47 patent at tier 8? And that just wrecks face? That would be hilarious. But there you go, folks. New premium tanks added to the game for you to buy. Give me the cash. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.